Hi, everyone. My name is Kristin Kaufman. Welcome. I am the CEO and founder of a company by the name of Alignment, which is all about helping people, groups of people, whether that be teams or organizations, come into alignment so that they can be at their fullest and highest potential and certainly at their most powerful. Today, I wanted to actually address a question that many of my clients have asked me to put on video, and that is, how do I start my day every day? Because we all have different habits. We all have different ways of getting started in the morning. I, for one, am a morning person, so I love the mornings. Monday morning is actually my favorite time and day of the week. Right after Sunday morning. Sunday morning is really my very favorite. But I wanted to actually share the 7 things that I do every morning when I get up. And I think that all of us could benefit from having some sort of a morning ritual or morning routine. So I wanted to just share with you mine. And if pieces of it fit with you, great. And it may just give you food for thought. So the first thing that I do every morning is I do integrate what I call centering prayer and meditation. I have studied transcendental meditation, and I do integrate transcendental meditation into my life. But every morning, I actually use a concept and an approach called centering prayer. And I'm more than happy to share with you that concept, or you can Google it. But it actually is a process that was taught to me by a pastor in one of my churches that actually is from a monk, a Trappist monk, about how you focus on a particular word that becomes a centering word or mantra that turns into a prayer or a conversation with your higher power. I do that every morning from my bed, actually. I don't get out of bed. I actually stay in bed. I sit up, but I find my word. I focus on that word for about 10 minutes, and then I get out and I start my day. I integrate that oftentimes, not every day, with centering prayer plus an additional 10 or 15 minutes of true meditation, where I focus on my breath and I focus on what the universe, the creator, is teaching me through that meditative process and what I'm to be hearing from that meditative process. But every day for at least 40 years now, I have used a centering prayer approach for the way I start my day. So that's number one. Find some way to tap into your higher power, whether that be meditation, whether that be centering prayer. It is a way for you to get back in touch with your being and how it is part of a collective consciousness of the world. The second thing I do, I stretch. Every morning I stretch. I'm not talking about breaking a sweat yet. I'm talking about just getting my muscles and joints lubricated to start the day. I start sometimes with a downward dog. Sometimes I just start with a couple of touching my toes, reaching for the sky, touching my toes, deep breathing. I do stretches for maybe 5 minutes. Again, I don't overdo it this early in the morning, but I do stretch every morning. The third thing I do, I read something that is in self-development or some sort of a spiritual awakening. Maybe it's a Mark Nepo, maybe it's Jesus Calling, maybe it is a page or two out of a book that I'm reading, but I spend about 30 minutes reading something to start my day. And it's a self-development. It's definitely not around work. It definitely is about bettering myself, whether it be professionally, personally, or spiritually. But every day, without fail, I do some sort of a reading. Again, whether it be spiritual from the Bible or from some sort of devotional book or something that is in the self-development realm. So that's the third practice or ritual that I integrate every morning. The fourth thing, I go downstairs, I'm perking coffee, and with my first cup of coffee, I go outside. And I'm lucky that I do have a backyard that has a lot of wildlife in it, birds and squirrels and lots of pretty flowers and trees. And even if I only go out there for 5 or 6 minutes, I go out every day. I take several deep breaths, anywhere from 8 to 10 very deep belly breaths. And I thank the universe for the day. And I do believe that there's something magical about being in nature, something magical about having the sun touch your face and having the wind blow your hair. It connects you with something that is greater than yourself. So I do think getting in touch with nature first thing every morning is important. Again, I'm not walking or running at this point. I'm just simply going outside and becoming part of nature. Okay, that's the fourth thing. The fifth thing, after I've had my first cup of coffee, I will have my vitamin drink or my green drink. And it can be a smoothie. It can just be a powder vitamin that I put into a bottle of water that I shake up and I drink. But I do that every morning. And it is full of vitamins and nutrients. And that is the very first thing that I put in my body after having a huge glass of water and a half a cup of coffee. By that time, I will drink my energy drink. And that is how I get started with my nutrients for the day. Okay, that is the fifth thing. Okay, the sixth thing. I always end my day, the day before, writing down what my goals are and my to-do list is for the day. So I don't come into my office and start with a clean sheet of paper. I actually then pull out my list, and I typically keep it in my journal. And I will go to that list and I will look at what it is that I want to accomplish for the day. And then I begin to work through what my day is going to look like from that point forward. I don't wait to do that until the morning of. I do it the night before because I find that it gets me jump started and it gets me going so that I'm totally in the mood of the day. I don't have to start with a clean sheet of paper. And then the last thing I do before I begin to start my day, I reach out to people. And I can do that on Facebook message. I can do that on text. I can do that on email, but I want to reach out to 5 to 10 people every day. And these could be members of my team. It could be members of my circle, my colleagues, my family. I only have one family member left, but I try to reach out to those people. That is the very first thing I do before my day takes off, so that people know that I'm thinking about them and I've reached out to them and I'm staying connected with my social network. So that's really how I start my day. And then the day progresses from there. My workout is typically either later that morning or at noon. I have the ability, thankfully, since I'm an entrepreneur, to parcel out my day and to do my heavy lifting typically in the morning. My clients, I'm at their beck and call, so I typically will meet with them whenever they want to meet. But I try to do what I'm going to call my heavy lifting, my brain power lifting, whether it be writing it for my book or writing a blog or whatever in the morning. And then my day progresses from there. So those are my 7 tips on how I start my day. Hopefully this has been helpful. I do believe that living an aligned life, which again, my definition of alignment is loving what you do, being good at it, and most importantly, having it tied to someone greater than yourself or something greater than yourself, starts with how you begin your day. And then your day progresses from there. So with that, make it a great day. Would love for you to check me out. I will leave my links below on my website, and also my course, my 12-week course on how to become aligned so that you can live your most fulfilling and most powerful life. Make it a great day, and I'll see you right back here the next time.